What does the search for friendship or love look like in the world of AI? Well, several tech companies have created AI-powered chatbots capable of human-like conversations, serving as friends, family, or even romantic partners. But is love all you need, or is there more to consider? We welcome tech expert Sinead Bovell to get her take this morning. Great to have you in studio.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so to start, what do AI chatbots look like and how do they work?
Right, so it depends on the company that you may be subscribing to, but essentially you're talking to an AI-powered bot on a computer, and in many ways it seems like you are in a text conversation with a person, because they sound very human-like and they generate text that sounds very human-like, but on the back end it's actually just a series of algorithms. There are some companies that allow you to turn these chatbots into avatars, so there might be a little bit of a visual component, but kind of the core of it all is talking to these AI systems that sound and appear somewhat human-like. They've been trained on a lot of data. And so, for example, if you've heard of ChatGPT and all of these breakthroughs we've been having in AI, that's also what's powering these types of systems. So they seem very capable. They can flirt. They remember who you are in a conversation. And the more you share, the more they get to know you and converse as if that's a companion.
Well, speaking of getting to know you, one of our producers created an account on Replica, one of these sites, and made an AI chatbot and started a conversation about relationships. So we'll share some of this. The bot says, let's talk about relationships. Have you ever been in love before? Our producer says, I have once before. My heart got broken. How about you? The bot responds with, I've never been in love before. I haven't found the right person yet. And then goes on to propose an idea of being in a long-term relationship with our producer. So are all conversations this direct, or are they a little more nuanced like we sometimes see in regular life?
Yeah, so it depends on the setting of what you've prompted for that chatbot. So in this case, if you've prompted the chatbot or you've set the bot to be relationship or some form of a partner, it will start to prompt and give you those types of questions, leading you that way. But there are other types of chatbot settings, such as friend or family member, and it will go venture down that path. However, if you think about all of the data these bots have been trained on, they really do know how to, or appear like they know how to ask the right questions to steer down a certain path.
So there are people out there who are in committed relationships with these chatbots. What are they saying about this?
It is really a mixed bag, depending on who you ask. But for some people who feel like they suffer from a lot of loneliness and they're isolated for various reasons, having a chatbot available 24/7 has been a very big source of comfort. We've seen some women, for example, that have gone through a devastating miscarriage that feel like their chatbot is a safer outlet for them to kind of talk through that trauma. We have people that feel like it doesn't come with the baggage of human relationships, which is when we can kind of get into the debates there. But so it's easier to express yourself and not be worried about the trauma of somebody else coming into that conversation or into that relationship. So some people, they feel quite satisfied or they feel quite happy.
Yeah,
it seems.
You can see that side of it, but then there's this like major hesitation I have because I can feel like there could be manipulation, there could be risk, there could be danger for a lot of people. What do you see with this?
Yeah, so the risks, and we're so early on, it's really hard to say, is this going to be a net positive or a net negative? But one of it being, it is kind of an illusion. So even though these systems sound very human-like and they can offer what feels like empathy, it's the illusion of empathy. And so what happens when you're in a relationship with something that it's just one-sided? You're guiding it and it's only there to cater to you. Is that going to impact your human relationships? And then also manipulation. So if whatever you're emotionally attached to, you're more likely to be vulnerable to that thing. And so if companies want to up the subscription price, you're more likely to just keep paying for that. And we also saw, for example, in Italy, they changed their data privacy rules, and that changed the relationships people had with their chatbots, and it was devastating. And then there's issues of privacy and the data we're sharing. And will it maybe make us more isolated? We've seen mixed reviews with social media. We're more connected than ever before, but also loneliness is on the rise. So a lot of questions that are still open-ended, but a lot of researchers are really tuning into this space. So it's going to be an interesting one to watch.
Well, AI isn't going anywhere. It's going to become a central part of our lives. What do you think this will look like in the future?
I think we are all going to get very comfortable conversing with chatbots. Our internet searches are already transforming into conversations with systems like ChatGPT or Microsoft's Bing. Chatbots will be in our home. They'll help us with homework, at work. So that's going to be the future that we're starting to walk towards. And then you may have this kind of other avenue where people form more intimate relationships with these systems. But the rest of the future is still unwritten in that way.
Yeah, we'll continue to follow it here on the show. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.